Feels like Alchemy hasn't seen any real support in the last 2 years, but for 11.1, some things definitely changed. There were a couple reworks within the archetype that makes it more playable than it was for sure. However, it's not quite where it needs to be in my opinion in order to be a strong contender for the meta. However, this is going to be my updated list for 11.1. We'll go over it and I'll explain how you're going to play it, and we'll get into a few games with live commentary for reference. Now, a couple things you can consider before getting into the cards and why I chose them. Dracoturtle, I know some people are going to say it, Dracoturtle was buffed 1 base power here, so it makes it a more attractive play if we're going to be going and taking our Mardromes because we're getting the extra points off of it. So I don't mind doing something like that. I do value control quite a bit. I do value the Mushy Truffle, and I really like Rune Mage in a deck like this. I know a lot of people aren't playing Rune Mage, but that would likely be the swap if you were to want to put in the Dracoturtle instead. I like the ability of being able to play a Runestone here, and then maybe even getting a second alchemy card created off of that, which is just wild, and it plays for a lot of points. It has a lot more flexibility. It can give us other answers to things that we might need, like control, just hard 5-point removal. It can give us locks. There's a couple things that we can do there, which I like. So I went to go with the Rune Mage for this instance, but again, Draco's not a bad idea. I don't think Crow Mother's it right now. I think in order to have Crow Mother being played in today's game, maybe 9 provisions would be better. At 10, she's kind of expensive. The only consideration why you'd put Crow Mother in the deck at this point is with Axel being able to transform adjacent crows into crow messengers when played on the range row. It's an active carryover for late game, so we can have the 2 we create and we can have the 2 that we have within our deck and bring all of those 4 back in late game for a 16-point swing. She helps make it easier because when we use Mask of Ouroboros, the crows spawn on the melee row, which doesn't work with Axel for whatever reason. I think they should have designed it a little bit differently, but it is what it is. Maybe just flipping the melee and the ranged row abilities, but it's not the end of the world. What I did here was I put in a Crow's Eye Rhizome, and this is really the only reason why I would play this card ever, is just so that we have that, okay, for the Axel. And if we need to banish more crows for the Crow Clan Druid, try saying that one fast, we can go and we can take whatever from the Rhizome as well, or it doesn't matter, it's not row locked, we could take the ones off the Ouroboros. Scenario is even fine too. We get another one there, so no shortage of crows once we get the first batch set up. So it feels like a one-off is more than sufficient. I don't want to put 2 because this deck does go sort of wide when we start getting all these crows back and spawning stuff off scenario and so forth. So we don't want to run out of space, right? That's the big thing, especially going into a long round where we really do well. We thrive quite a bit because we have so many different ways to recycle alchemies, and you know, we can't fill out a space that way. And if you think about it this way, I tried to make it so that we can get the most alchemies possible. The reason why is because when we have the Crow Clan Preachers, when these are bonded, meaning we have 2 of them or more on the board, whenever we play an alchemy card, boost self by 1, right? So it's sorry, 2 in this case. So we're getting the boost self by 2 instead of the one where it wouldn't be bonded. So if I can get 2 of these from hand, 1 of these off scenario, maybe a create and play, you know what I mean? Maybe something off Mushy Truffle. All of a sudden we have 4 of these on the board, getting 2 points per alchemy card that we play. And if you look at what we can actually play for alchemies, we have 2 possibilities here: 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, right? Even maybe 12, and then we have maybe even the possibility of the 13 here, which is just nuts. And then Bride of the Seabree plays, Rune Mage could play up to 2 of them, right? Truffle plays another one. So just endless possibilities. Gedneth as well goes and plays 2 alchemy cards. So really that's what the deck is revolving around, is just that. And you'll see in the games today, you can put up 100 points no problem in a round. You can put up much more, however you will be facing control, so you know it's not always the case. This deck is just resilient, it keeps fighting. So typical round 1 is getting out the first copies of maybe these and playing some of our Bronze End, maybe taking some thinning. I don't mind playing something like Ermion or putting down Truffle, and then, you know, if we really have to push, Rune Mage is not a bad pusher. we want to save Scenario. We want to save Truffle on board, Resilient State at least, to set it up with Dwim for the reset, so that we can really swing once we start using Freya's Blessing to bring back the Crow clans and bring back the Crows. We just want to trigger off a bunch of alchemies as quick as possible after the fact, so there's that. Gremist really cleans up here, guys, because we're going to be playing against Poison. We're going to have Cataclysm, you know, the infusions from Pirates, right? We're going to have a lot of just nasty stuff, Locks and Nilfgaard, so being able to use Gremist multiple times feels really important to me. If you are less concerned about that, this could be a swap for maybe a Dorregaray, and you can put in a Peller in the Bronze End, but then you'd likely have to switch out Swallows for Ales. It's, you know, something I just think feels good here, especially because the Ermion has the Druid tag, so it's just yet another card that's going to be able to proc Scenario. So this is the way that it is. Another honorable mention I want to talk about before we get into the gameplay is that we have the Black Blood, and this is something I really tried, okay? So the next time an enemy receives a boost, destroy that unit instead. We might have played this with Corvo in the past, we might have played this with Nilfgaard Knights, but because it got the Alchemy tag, when you put down this artifact, it actually does proc the Crow Clan Preacher's bonded ability, so that's super cool, right? This card otherwise felt very slow, and we're often giving the opponent points because we have to help boost their unit to destroy it, so we're targeting which one it is, you know, so that helps quite a bit. I have Swallows that worked with it, you could have Ales that work with it, you could use even, if you had to, Golden Froth or the Marjoram off the leader, so there were definitely ways to get it done, and this would be good against maybe like, let's say opponent puts down their Siri Nova or whatever the case, you want to destroy something, or an engine's already super tall, so that was something, but it ended up just not making the final cut, unfortunately. So there's that, guys. That's pretty much it for today. We'll get into the gameplay, and you guys can see for yourself. Again, not a tier 1, probably not even a tier 2, still a lot of fun. This could get you to pro rank. I don't see why not. The deck feels very optimized to me. It's just the way it is. Squirrel would be kind of nice too. There's really not much room for flexibility in the Bronze End. I think you just have to play this as a deck that pumps out points like Nature's Gift, Symbiosis. Don't worry as much about the control and just worry about pushing ahead. We do have a control option if we need it. So that's pretty much it, guys. We'll see you tomorrow with another video. Enjoy, and if you have any requests, let me know in the comments below. I really want to get back into Syndicate. I've been messing around with my Horde deck from last season, and I think I've got it even better than where it was, so I'm feeling like playing that sometime soon. I think I played 5 or 6 games with it so far this season, won all of them, so we're on to something good with that, but I have to start getting into more good stuff. I have some ideas for monsters that are not Kelly, believe it or not, and not Deathwish, so that is something that I might be looking at shortly as well. And again, if I miss something, let me know in the comments, and I'll definitely try to get to some requests over the next week. Thank you, guys. Let's get into it. All right, coming up first here we have Movement Scoia'tael. Definitely put one of these back, right? I don't like having Dwims in round 1 just because we're not really going to be playing artifacts like that, you know what I mean? Maybe getting out one of these would be nice. Getting the Thin, getting this, the carryover play is really good. Actually, all of which is pretty good. Maybe the Swallow goes back. Okay. So this is a range row play. We need to get adjacent crows on the range row, so we'll go and put this down first. That's the major pitfall of the card, really, is that it has to be range row. You can't use the Mask of Ouroboros. It should be changed, but regardless, much better than it used to be. And I don't believe in putting Crow Mother in this case for the Axle. You could, but it doesn't really feel like the best use of provisions. It helps with utility, but so does one Rhizome. If you guys haven't seen, I posted a Movement Scoia'tael deck for 11.1 about 20 minutes ago on YouTube, so you got to check that one out. It's been doing pretty well for me so far. I would like to get these bonded. Is it worth it? I guess it's one of those things where I could play in because... But how many alchemies? Well, we could play a few. Do we ever win round 1? I don't know if we can. We'll see. Is it scenario to play against Saskia is the question. That's really the deciding factor here. We still have Mushy Truffle for later. They might even just have Heat Wave. So I would say maybe, yeah. He falls into the Druid tag. That's perfect. So what we'll do is we'll play... Take... And we could just put back. Right? That's a bit of an F. We have to play this first. It's probably just Grimaced, yeah. There we go. Not that I'm expecting poison, but really I'm not expecting a whole lot.
Fucking kidding me? Catnip instead of clowns?
It looks like movement package. So we'll take this here. Still nothing worth purifying, but I do find a pass, which is nice.
Kayam!
43, 30, 32. Honestly, probably just take this and see if that's enough to get out of the round. And chances are it's not. They're going to keep playing, but we just pass with 5, I'm pretty sure. I have carryover in the form of crows. Yeah, they're going full-blown here. Yeah, we got to be super careful. I see what you're doing. So I need to figure out if they are playing Harmony as well. Is it going to be Saskia movement and then some Harmony stuff jammed on top? I'll know really quickly when they play the next card. I think they're doing the math. If they pass, do they get ahead? The answer is, yeah, I believe yes. By 1. Yeah. I guess I could have passed 1 turn sooner, but I believe that they do better in long rounds than they do short ones. Okay, this is pretty good. Got what I need to defend. Seeing both sentries out of the way is great. Seeing 2 Catwishers out of the way is also great. I don't think they're playing Shiru. Oh gosh. Is it double Milba? No, just the one. Just a random bomb, probably for the tag. Banish an allied crow. We gotta be careful about that. Maybe could have saved the Rhizome. Well, why do you have 2? Is it Madoc or is it just random stuff? what I'll do here is take Rune Mage because tempo, also extra bodies here, and I'm gonna see if I can roll like just something we'd like to have. What's the move? This is 5. This is actually good because Battle Trance, whenever we play Alchemy, we get to heal something, right? So it makes sense to just do it that way, and then we get a better roll for this, and these aren't really crows, but we can float these if we need to. We can go take another Rhizome from this, and we have that available, right? You passed on it. I guess that's good. We have the carryover we're looking for. We go into a mid round 3. A lot of the specials left. Disgusting. Okay, so here's the thing. I take Oniro for this likely. But I think I'm supposed to go... I don't know. I think that's... Yeah, that's the best hand we're gonna get. We'll do Oniro for the crows, right? And then it's summon all copies from graveyard. Which is the 2/3. So 16 points to start the round. It's kind of nasty. It's unfortunate that we don't have like the Freya's play and all, but that's fine. And I made Axel Premium just so that I can have access to the 4 Primos. Ew! So it could just be traps. I wasn't even thinking about that, you know it. Alright. Okay, that's a problem. I lose... whatever. I still have 2 crows.
This will make for a fine poison.
It's gonna hurt if they play Crushing here. I figured you'd wait though. Can we get some symmetry going? Shit. That feels bad. Here. What's Engrave? This is massive. I'm gonna float this. I believe that they're gonna use 2 of the serpents. That's the issue. So Pitfall's out of the way, which is great. Spawn and play Rhizome. Yeah, I think we just go wide.
My blood boils and churns.
Yeah, you see, we definitely finesse that. I know Fukusha basically plays for nothing, but it is what it is. That's probably your second... I would say it's a Crushing Trap. Really? Here. That's my Heat Wave. Because Crushing Trap is going to be nasty. Damn. What I'm going to do is... I'm going to take this, of all things, actually. And we're going to damage up. And I think I'm going to take this now, just so I can get some heal. 50 points, they have 3, that's gross. Get the 1 more heal here. I don't think they have enough points, really. Heal It's definitely this, yeah? Oh, never mind. Throw!
All it takes is...
Okay, throw. Don't choose that. What a waste. I forgot that this heals passively off of the leader. But it's fine, I think.
These trees will be your gravestone.
Just careful, though, yeah?
We shall drive the
They didn't
Emperor
use that
into
because
the
it wouldn't have been
sea.
enough. Okay. Okay, so we got
Attack!
Syndicate coming up here next. Blood Money. They go first, which is great because we could really push it. And what I like here too is that I have Grimaced. I think Grimace is going to be an MVP. Also, we have a lot of healing properties from Leader. Also, we have a lot of just stuff that boosts. So I'm hoping that this is enough to really get it started. I'm going to put away one of the Crow clans first of all, just because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get Crows out there the way that I'm expecting to. And Freya's probably doesn't hurt in round 1 because they're going to be removing stuff, but we'll see. I think that's more effective than the Marjoram in this case. That's a bit better. So I can push off the back of Truffle. I wonder if it's ever just playing scenario to win on even, really. Let's just try to play Truffle and see how that goes.
Equally in heart and mind.
Guys, I might play Leader round 1, like right away. It really depends on how many of these I can keep out there. You have to recognize that if I play one more, take the Marjoram off Leader so that these get boosted out of range or removal, then we can just play the third one after and Truffle. But at the same time, these will go to... Well, one will go to 6. It's annoying.
One who is blind can yet see.
How do I want to do this? Do I care? Was talking about it. Here, I think I'm just going to leave it. So gross. I would like Scoia'tael. There's a lot of things I'd like. Scoia'tael would be cool. A lock would be cool. A heat wave would probably just work. I'm confident in my ability to put out points once we get rid of the spenders, and I think that if things are going to go this way... Okay. They brought out a crow? I guess that helps me. Should I try and roll a pred dive for the content? What are the odds that we actually get it, though, is the big, big question. If you hold an alchemy, also get the ones from your deck. We could go and we could take that, no problem.
Reach beyond what the eyes see and the ears hear.
Our fires will light up the north.
This feels painful, but it's not that bad, okay? There's no shot that they pass.
We serve her who is virgin, mother, and crone.
I'll take Gremist. Or maybe we just save Gremist.
If the ring won't come off, just take the whole finger.
They're gonna click. 26 to 8. Oh my gosh. So this is where you could put the spores in there. That's fine by me. I think we just go for the pass here. They can't bleed. Damage by 10. That's the hand, really. So, this could be good for another Marjoram. I think it's just going to be that. And... see if I can roll a crow for carryover or something. Not that kind of crow, but that's fine. Damage by 10. That's beyond steep. That's like ridiculous. So we'll do the whole Rhizome play for the proc, I think. We'll get like a lot of these. We don't need these. There we go. That's nice. There we go. That's what I want. Yeah. We want double. Like, we want double Freyas if possible. Get another one off Fukusha. Maybe even go as far as getting another stone. Here, let's kick things up a little.
Man is an arrogant creature.
Okay. So for anybody looking at this leader, let's take a look at it right now. So damage an enemy by X amount, then gain coins equal to the X's dealt. So they get 6 whenever bounty is destroyed. Increase the damage by 1. So that's it. After it's, you know, done with, reset it. You know how it is. How do I get rid of this guy? That's a lot of recycling, you know? I've played bounty enough times to realize that this is annoying. Let's see. Scoia'tael deals for 5. Skellige has good options too, actually. Good, thank you. Jeez. Now we just have to worry about maybe one more of those. I'll definitely work on some bounties soon, okay? I've been talking about it, and it's gonna happen. Yeah, they're thirsty. They're looking for that extra spender. There you go. I wish there was a way that I could remove this, but there's nothing. I got nothing. Unless... I can't bring back the raid, though. There's nothing else that does damage. That's the only problem with this archetype, really. What if we... Nah.
Modern Freyr is patient, but she brooks no insult.
This is definitely getting chewed through. Do I here? I'm just gonna take this because I need to engine it. Right? And they can't do a single turn removal, then I just get ridiculous value off of Gremist. I see what you're doing there. Yeah.
Gods, not a moment's pace.
If they have... That's a great in. They can't tribute, though. Tribute would trade down. I think there's a better way. Well, at least that's buffed. Just kind of weighing out the options here of what we can do as far as... That's Fukusha, right? The 2 on the row get the most turns out of it. We take back a 4.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Sacrifices must be made on both sides. One who is blind can yet see.
So, Bride of the Sea for Freya's Blessing for another Crow Clan. Or Bride of the Sea for Runestone High Roll. What's better? I feel like the Runestone roll is kind of more interesting. Because we can potentially get that double proc, right? And maybe even get a Crow Clan off that too. You might even get the Runestone into the Freyas, into the Crow Clan, which is just even better. Disgusting. Disgusting. Absolutely gross, nasty, foul. Okay, we're doing it. Yeah, that's the plan. Here. Sheesh. Is there anything that I care about? Heal and then damage. It's kind of whack. Maybe we just take Seagull. Try and kill something off and get that little swing, you know? Oh no! Why am I throwing? Okay, I need to take Grimace as soon as possible, man. I literally missed Grimace on the 14. To my defense, it's 5 in the morning, so, you know, give me some credit for that, but... Ah. Okay. That's fine. It's literally, like, not that big of a deal. In fact, we get some of the value back here. We can play... I'm gonna take... I'm gonna take the Marjoram and maybe kill the Caleb so that they can't give bounty again to the 14. Smooth. And then just, yeah. Well, better yet, it should have been actually... Why am I doing these little marginal errors? Okay, so I'm just going to explain it to you. We purify the actual bird in that instance because at that rate, then we were able to heal this and get the passive off the leader, right? Mind you, I don't think we lose this. They lose their spender here. They have an 18-point slam at the end, but we're sitting on a very significant lead. So it's something that, you know, we could have saved a few points from, but it's not going to be the deciding factor of whether or not we win or lose. Okay. See, at least we're getting some Seagulls back. You know, I don't feel too bad about that. Seagulls were the play. They have 18 points on board. They play it on range row. The rain doesn't work anymore, which is fine. We have this on the front row, which should just be adequate. Yeah. That's kind of a waste of Kurt. It works. And then we get the healing properties from this. And we get the extra swing as well. I think it matters what we played on. And really, at this point, Purify doesn't mean anything. We just win the game. But I'm pointing out the mistakes because it's not about how I play. It's about realizing when you go wrong, right? That's the big thing. So we get it. Could have been better, but still. Okay, we got Enslave 6 coming up here next. We go first. It's not what I want. I guess we can run these early. Get some thinning early. Get the carryover early. I don't think I need Grimaced. There's not a lot of room for locks in their deck. There, we get the thinning out of the way.
Man is an arrogant creature.
So I'm putting away the crow for sure. You could do it one of two ways. You could either play it from hand and get the one out of the deck, or you could just set it up for later. Usually I set it up for later if that's my discard, you know what I mean? Just sandwich that for symmetry, making it look all special, and then sick.
Onward, sons of Nilfgaard!
You know, it's likely going to be this,
We serve
right?
her who is virgin, mother, and crone.
We need to set up a 4P in the grave. Sure.
Gods protect us.
That's my Axel. You could tell I don't like treason. This is like a flex. The fact that they're getting perfect high rolls off the Diplos is just crazy. Sure.
Life and death, entwined as a braid.
One who is blind can yet see.
I wonder if they have Lydia.
This will make for a fine poison.
So that's a 21-point gap. Yeah, it'd be smart for them not to play in. Okay, so their top deck is really good. And we have to figure out how we're going to get all that out of the way. I know that my top deck is also very good. But if I play a long drawn-out round 2, or round 3 rather, it's going to be difficult to keep engines on the board. They're going to have answers non-stop, so... I think that I just have to rock with it. Let's see what happens.
Man is an arrogant creature.
I'll play Mushy Truffle next. Gross, don't get a lock, don't get a lock, don't get a lock. Like, literally a lock ruins the whole thing. Good. That's actually... That would be what you're supposed to steal. I'm not gonna argue here. That would be a really good leader. Now it's just not gonna happen. There. Vilgefortz, check. I wouldn't doubt it.
Few poachers dare venture into the Von Morlohem's wood.
Fukusha plays disgusting. We need to take this. Take this. And then just split up the points a little bit here. I don't believe in Igni, especially in this deck. I think maybe Ardal's a thing. Oh, okay.
Your name, young man to man, should be cursed into an earth.
Yo. Here we go. This is disgusting. The opponent's probably like, oh god, here we go. Up by about 40 points. They still haven't gotten down the Helga. We still have time to deal with that. Please don't have Fukusha. They will. They're gonna roll. They're 2 for 2 on the high roll. Oh, that's arguably worse. With the Assimilate out there. Okay, so 1-2. 30 point gap. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I can afford to play this.
Golden Yew, narrow stem, Chanterelle, or false Chanterelle.
Just so I can get more turns of the rain. But that's probably where I'm going to pass, because if I take Truffle as carryover... Enslave 6 means Ardal over Yen for sure. They get Fukusha, so they're going to play Terra Nova. That's massive for me. They play Terra Nova into Fukusha, into Birds. They still don't get ahead. I do get good healing value, though. Maybe it's still we play. Just create an extra one, not so that... Here, I think I'm going to take... Not so that we can actually summon them, right? Now we have 6. Six times 4. Feels like Lippy. It's literally Lippy alchemy. Alright, that's good enough for me, honestly. They play Torres. It's a huge point slam, which could get them tied or ahead. Right? Just got to be mindful of the fact. Ooh! Probably the best choice we made all game. Yeah. Good call. Good call. We have a huge carryover. I don't think it's possible to lose at this point. I say that. Oh my god. Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah. Jeez. I'm just going to play this. Gross. Gross, gross. Literally gross. Caw. You guys ever play Slay the Spire? You know when you have the crow grunt that you fight and he puts on ritual and he goes caw. That's what I feel like right now. This is like legit. That's whatever. Fine. Here. Commandos or crows? I don't know. And at that moment, Oppo knew. I'm so glad they're all premium. Oh, okay, I see what the flex is. They're gonna replay this one. Did they quit? Damn. Alright, we have Harmony coming up here next. I like most of what I see here. Gremist is really good to have. I think one of these can go. That's better. So they're definitely pulling Saskia. So in order to win the round, I have to go at least scenario. And if they have Heatwave, then I probably still don't win the round. It's kind of dumb if you think about it. And they have the movement package too. Maybe we just play it light. Pass at 7.
The best feathers are from hens.
If I take this, I could play
Gods
crows
protect us.
and just go for the carryover swing. Just that into Axel, right?
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be a dwarf that comes out. Yeah. Wish it was the two of them side by side, but at least we got some of the healing value here. 4 crows looking pretty good. Maybe we go and make some more off the rune mage, maybe not, but needless to say, I think
If this is me now, who was I before?
I think that's enough. You know, I could probably play one more.
One for potions, one for soup. One for potions, one for soup.
Just to entice them to go in a little bit more. It does give them an extra thin, but maybe I get a gold or something of value. Ah, Chameleon's not really good here. Okay, I gotta get out before they proc Harmony too many times. Okay, perfect. So both Chameleons came out in round 1, which is actually very good for me because now they can't keep replaying them every single turn. So if they're doing the big slam with the owl, it's not going to be as good. And I would say we had a pretty good amount of thinning done, surprisingly, just about the same as them. That's cool for crows. We could purify them if we need to. We have scenario access. I want to get truffle here. That's the big idea, right? Heatwave feels important as well. So maybe this is for... maybe this just goes. And then we get swallow, which is even worse. Alright, I do think that they're going to push in. We'll see though.
Mummy, where is you?
Let's do the whole intimidation station here.
Make my mushrooms again.
Can we win this game? I don't know. I drew perfectly. Pretty much. That's gross. Okay, Heatwave is a must. It's absolutely a must. There we go. This is something I can live without, but Heatwave, jeez. Okay. Gremist is going to carry, I think, if this can stick.
Just equally in heart and mind.
Please, 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 please.
Reach, reach beyond what the eyes see and the ears hear.
I think I'm gonna save Heatwave. I don't know. Actually, that's probably gonna be a decent Heatwave as well. Nah, let's Heatwave this. Please, 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 please. I need them to stack at least one more card, and then I'm thinking about taking Fukusha and taking that. Actually, Fukusha could play for Ermion as well. Fukusha for Ermion. Wait, Fukusha for Ermion. For Freya's. This is disgusting. Well, no, it's less points if you think about it. Let's just do the most rain possible. We'll do Ermion. We don't need Ermion. That's facts.
Man is an arrogant creature.
6 turns of rain, lots of big boosted units, no regard for Igni, I don't believe in that. At least, you know, leaders out of the way. They have a lot of harmony engines though, but we have so many different specials here. Gotta make sure I have room for 4 crows. That's not even a good play. Good. Here.
Who nicked my mushrooms again?
I don't know, man. I got 8 more damage here. Finally, we cracked through that armor. Is it enough, though? That's the big question. I'm not sure. Let's see if I can roll some stuff off the Rune Mage, and we can get more of these out there. It might actually make a huge difference. I think they're saving their poison stuff towards the end, so they can see what's going to be the tallest and how we're going to be able to deal with it. It's hard to say if they have a heat wave in a deck like this. I'm starting to think they don't, because it looks like a lot of expensive cards. Bet you wish you had Epidemic in your deck now. This would have been disgusting. This is why I take Rune Mage, guys. Look at the frigging synergy.
We serve her who is virgin, mother, and crone.
Back's acting up again.
I'm scared of Tall Punish, though. I'm terrified of Tall Punish. I'll play Dwym soon. Maybe we take Dwym here.
Travel makes one modest. Let's one see the bigger picture.
I'm trying to greed it out one more turn, because I want to go and take the Runestone. We still have our crows. 16 point swing at the end. 3, 6. We actually lose. I don't think we get to play all of them. It'll play 3. Oh. Greatsword is stonks.
I once lopped off 3 heads with one blow.
See? If you got poison, I got answers, right? Darn, I should have played that on range row. 3, 6, 3. That's a throw, actual throw. This is gonna be their poison stuff, I'm sure of it.
Not you again.
When they see Grimace down, they're probably gonna... Well, hold up. If it's Igni, they win. And they're taking their sweet time too. Maybe... Oh my god, please. This is such a good game for the deck guide. I don't want to catch an L, you know? Oh, okay. We're tripping for no reason. I guess they just knew that it's not even worth looking at. Yeah. I'm not sure, though.
Modern Freyr is patient, but she brooks no insult.
Maybe instead of purifying the Harmony, I could have purified the Relic. But I think they're playing the Treant. Yeah. Yeah. And they missed the order. Could have been so much worse.